Hello, this is Floyd from marathonrecords.com with an excerpt from our recent California MCLE class on Rule 4-100, Preserving Identity of Funds and Property of a Client. In a trust account, a lawyer can only disperse funds that are already in the account for a client. They're already in the account for the client. So the first transaction in a trust account is always a deposit. Once the deposit clears, the lawyer can disperse funds up to the amount deposited only. Keep in mind, cleared and available are different. A lawyer must know the difference. Cleared and available are different. Once a client's balance is zero, the lawyer cannot disperse any more funds for the client. Let me give you an example. A personal injury case. The lawyer is advancing fees and expenses for that case, taking typically 1/3 of the gross recovery as a contingent fee. So the lawyer is out of pocket for filing fees, investigators, deposition transcripts, medical records, and an assortment of expenses. The lawyer is out of pocket. That client owes the lawyer money. That client has a negative balance in the lawyer's operating account. All of those expenses should have been advanced from the operating account. So that client has a negative balance in the operating account. This rule in this class discusses trust accounts. The first transaction in the trust account is the lawyer depositing the settlement check. By way of example, we'll say $90,000. The lawyer deposits a $90,000 settlement check is the first transaction in the trust account. The second transaction is the lawyer reimbursing himself for all of the fees and expenses that he forwarded from the operating account. But in the trust account, keep in mind, in the trust account, there is never a negative balance. Another thing to keep in mind is client checks don't always clear. That's why it's the lawyer's job to verify that funds have cleared before dispersing funds. Quick example about that, October 2008, the economy had some problems. I audited a lawyer who received a check for over $200,000 from a lender for a real estate transaction. A little bit unusual to receive a check from a lender instead of a wire, but he received a check. He deposited into his IOLTA account, did the refinance, handed out over $200,000 worth of checks based on that deposit. That lender declared bankruptcy before the check cleared. The money was never cleared in the lawyer's account. For this and other IOLTA resources, and IOLTA One, a complete, easy-to-use bookkeeping system for IOLTA and real estate escrow accounts, go to www.marathon-records.com or follow us on Twitter @marathonrecords. Thank you.